Welcome to the third and final installment of our Learning Opportunities and Engagement series, a part of the Building GBV Evidence program at the Global Women's Institute. The aim of this series is to continue to engage and support researchers and members of the humanitarian community in conducting ethical and technically sound gender-based violence research on refugee populations. This presentation will focus on understanding the importance of measuring gender norms in GBV research. Let's first begin by defining what are gender norms. Gender norms can be defined as acceptable, appropriate, or obligatory unwritten rules of gender specifically for men and women in a given group or society. Gender norms are a neutral construct, but there are both positive and harmful gender norms. An example of a positive gender norm is real men don't beat their wives. This would be considered a protective gender norm. However, some gender norms can be discriminatory or harmful or expose people to risk and danger. An example of a negative gender norm is men need to be strong and aggressive, or a woman's place is in her house. People who study gender norms typically are much more aware of the power imbalance and negative effects of discriminatory gender norms. Discriminatory, inequitable, and harmful gender norms are at the very root of gender inequality and are a key piece in addressing GBV. Gender norms are influenced by socialization processes including family, education, media, and peer groups. In some contexts, societal expectations of masculinity, such as aggression, dominance, and the suppression of emotions, can contribute to violent behavior. Next, we will take a look at why we must account for gender norms in gender-based violence research and programming development. By accounting for gender norms, programming and research can address the root causes of violence, such as the underlying attitudes, beliefs, and power dynamics in a given context, and then lead to the development of effective prevention strategies. Recognizing gender norms helps in designing interventions that are sensitive to the cultural context and societal expectations of that community. Programs can be tailored to challenge harmful gender norms, promoting gender equality and engaging in communities to create sustainable change. Now, we will look at how to actually measure change in gender norms. While there are many diverse tools that can be used to measure gender norms in research, selecting a specific tool depends on the research context, objectives, and resources available. It's important to ensure the measurement tools and methodologies align with the specific objectives, whether or not you want to capture the individual or collective changes in norms. The first example we'll be talking about are qualitative methods. It is important to utilize qualitative approaches such as interviews, focus groups, or narrative analysis to capture individuals' subjective experiences of changes in gender norms. You can analyze participants' stories and narratives to understand shifts in attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors related to their specific gender norms. Using open-ended questions to elicit rich qualitative data can capture nuanced understanding of gender norms. The second example is community-level assessments. Engaging with communities can lead to assessing changes in gender norms collectively. Conduct community-wide surveys, focus groups, or participatory research methods to gather insights into shifts in norms within the community. The last example we will talk about are longitudinal studies. You can conduct longitudinal studies research to capture changes in gender norms over time, administer surveys, or conduct interviews at multiple time points to analyze shifts in attitudes, behaviors, and social norms related to gender. This concludes the third and final installment of our Learning and Engagement series focusing on how to measure gender norms. The Building GBV Evidence program is funded through the U.S. Department of State, Bureau of Population, Refugees, and Migration, You can visit our website at buildgbvevidence.gw.edu to learn more about how to build GBV global capacity through the implementation of evidence building activities and improve monitoring and evaluation systems. Thank you.